What is up, guys? It's my main Chief here, and welcome back to another haul video. Now today, I'm going to be doing a haul comprised of image number ones and weird dollar bin buys. I thought I'd never pick up these issues, but hey, I picked them up. So, I'm not going to ramble on anymore because I did this intro like 3 times already, so I'm just going to get into the books and tell you what I got. Now, this first book is the only book out of all of these that really doesn't categorize in those 2 categories, and that is Batman issue number 41. I'm gonna be honest, Convergence screwed everything up. I really don't like Convergence. It's not as bad as Secret Wars. Secret Wars is god-awful, but Convergence was not that good either. It wasn't horrible, it wasn't even bad, it was just below average. But the thing that they did with Batman was not that well structured, though. It's weird. But hey, Batman's a robot now, so that's the weirdest thing you have to say when Batman's a robot, but hey. But I'll allow it for now. If it just tells me a good story, then I'll continue reading this, but hey, I at least love the New 52. I at least love what Scott Snyder's been doing, so hey, I'll keep on the book from here on out. This next book is the start of the image number ones, and legitimately everybody's freaking out about this book, saying it's going to be the next big thing, and honestly, I really like this book. Don't get me wrong, this is a really good book, but I don't really see it being the next big thing. I really don't see it being that long of a series, like how Saga and Why the Last Man are. Okay, that pretty much spoiled the writer there. It's Brian K. Vaughan's new book, We Stand on Guard. This was weird, but it was so weird it was good. And really, that's a good thing. It's not so bad it was good, it was so weird that it was good. But as well, it had a few problems with it. Some of the character designs look kind of bad. It seems a little too simplistic for what it's trying to be. It had a little bit too much exposition in the middle of the issue. But hey, the ending of the issue, the second half of this issue, definitely was enough to make me hop on this book for sure. I'm going to at least give it the first story arc to see what it can do. And plus, Brian K. Vaughan has made great stories before, so why not give this one a try? These next 2 issues, at first I thought they were just going to be okay at the best. I wasn't really expecting much from them, but when I read them, they were unbelievable. Guys, the 3rd issue's coming out about next week, or in a few days. The first 2 issues are out. Get this book. And that is Injection, issue number 1 and issue number 2. This series is unbelievable. Everybody keeps telling me, oh, you don't like Warren Ellis just because you don't like Transmetropolitan. That is wrong. Everything else the man has written is unbelievable. I love this book, and I can't wait to see what happens with it next. It's just kind of like, it reminds me a bit of Ghost in the Shell, but not really at the same time because it's really different, but it kind of has that feeling of Ghost in the Shell, but hey, that's always a good thing, but yeah, I really am excited to see where this book goes because the first 2 issues were absolutely phenomenal. And this one is kind of the borderline between the 2. It's an image number 1, but it was in the dollar bin, and it's an old image number 1. It is one of the oldest image series ever, and that is Shadowhawk number 1. Now, my friend Jack, who was in the Elseworld specials, would not stop talking about this series. He loves it. So, you know what? When I saw it in the dollar bin, I'm like, well, you know what? Let's get it. Let's get this book. And then I bought it. I read it this morning, and it was okay. I'm gonna give it a few more issues because it's not horribly wrong, but yeah, so far it hasn't really done anything for me. Sorry, guys. I prefer stuff like Savage Dragon instead. But it's definitely better than some of the other 90s image stuff. I will admit to that. Next up is, I don't know why I got this, but people keep saying that this is the book that started the Vertigo universe, that pretty much announced Vertigo. And really, that is a must-buy right there. when somebody describes to me as this is the start of the Vertigo universe, I have to pick this up. It has a short Sandman story in here, which was featured in one of the trades. It has Sandman Mystery Theater. It's just filled with Sandman. And if you guys know me, the Sandman is my favorite series in entertainment, so why not pick this up and just have a little fun reading through this? And plus it was $1, so why wouldn't I get it? This next book, I have no idea why I got this. I just saw how thick of a book it was. I haven't even read it yet, but it's a Team Titans, not Teen Titans, Team Titans, annual number 2. The only reason why I got it was because it's very thick for a single issue, and it's an Elseworlds. I love the Elseworlds. I love everything Elseworlds related that I've read so far. So, hey, if this is just as good as the others, this would definitely be worth the $1 I bought it for. This next issue I bought yesterday as well. I bought all the dollar bin issues yesterday, but man, this is one of the 2 that I've read so far. This was great. If you guys want to get into a short DC series, this is just the one. It's kind of old, but it still holds up very well 20 years later, and that is Outlaws. This is a fantastic first issue. It's only 8 issues long, which I'm kind of sad to see it so short, but hey, I'd rather have 8 great issues than like 100 horrible ones. So, yeah, very, very excited to see where it goes next, because this first issue was absolutely fantastic. This next issue is just ridiculous. I read like the first 10 pages and I'm like, you know what, I don't know why I bought this, and that is the special for Detective Comics, Detention Comics. It's pretty much Superboy, Robin, and Warrior go to school. And it is one of the funniest things I've read to date. I really, really like this. And it's just hilarious. And if you find it an adult, I wouldn't pay more than $2 for this book, because if you want to read it, sure, it's very thick for a single issue, but if you're wanting this for an investment, don't pay more than $1 for it. If you find it in the 50-cent or dollar bin, pick it up. But if it's normally priced like $2.99 or something like that, then ditch this book. But if you find it in the dollar bin, sure, it's a good read. Next up is the first 2 issues of Atari Force. I heard some pretty good things about the series. I heard it's a very underrated series, but I haven't read it yet, so I'm really excited to see where it goes, because, hey, I always like space opera comics, and this is one of the oldest I've seen so far. I think this is actually a very late Bronze Age. I think this is very late Bronze Age, if not the beginning of the modern age, but I think it's just a year too old to be considered in the modern age. So, yeah, very happy to have this issue and glad I got it for $1. And the final book that I got was Batman 500, the other cover, because, BAM! I got the other cover. I didn't get this yesterday, but I got this one yesterday, and I wanted to have both covers of this book. This is the only book so far that I actually have 2 copies of, but hey, I love it, so why not pick it up and get both these issues? And plus, the Nightfall storyline is absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's one of my personal favorites. And that was the issue. That was the haul, guys. And tell me what you guys have picked up in the last week or so, because I really want to know. Comment down below and tell me. And also, follow my Twitter, yada, 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 normal things what YouTubers say at the end. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. I'm Mega Man Chief Fan, and I'll see you later, guys.